Over here.
Yeah, early scouts.
Observer out over here.
Post patch 111, it's so important for Protoss to scout on these small matches or small maps. I'm sorry, against Zerg.
Machine coming out, and he bypasses it. No spawning pool.
Norm, you feel it's the case that Zerg has been emboldened by that patch to
absolutely
go early pool a lot more often?
Yeah, because roaches are so much more powerful now.
Roaches,
you see a lot of roaches. Yeah. Roach baneling is what I see a lot of. And HuK putting his gateway there. Oh, blocked nicely. Wow. He's going for the other side. Going to try for a wall off. Gateway, Cyber coming up with a little bit of a crack to run through. And stealing some minerals. HuK's waiting for the drone to come here to build the new hatchery.
Got
and
that probe
this
on
one
patrol
is probably going to come. Is going to. Oh, what's he going to do?
Oh,
look
a pylon right where Zerg wants to expand.
That's kind of risky. Building a pylon there, it's 100 minerals.
It is. It's 100 minerals. That's one zealot that he could have made. But at the same time, Zerg does not have the offensive capability right now to quickly take that pylon out. That is going to dramatically delay Zerg's first expo.
So this could be a good speed move.
Yeah, well, this is really going to put Machine behind because Zerg's whole emphasis is on economy.
A lot of people will build buildings like in the gas and then cancel, and you get 75% back, especially Zerg in the gas. But pylon here, this puts a huge kink in Machine's plans. Yeah. He does have his spawning pool up, but he had really ramped up on economy early to get those minerals to build a hatchery here. He can't do that now. I think it was a great trade for HuK. Perfect timing.
Absolutely.
He's going to explore in the back. What is HuK doing right now? He does have a Cyber coming up and a Zealot, so he's going to block his wall at the front very easily, and does have a probe here also just to move in. Does Machine see this probe? He does not.
No.
I mean, this is just purely for information. 50 minerals for information.
Got Zerglings moving up into that area of the base, though. That probe is about to go. Goodbye, probe. I'm sorry.
It was worth it.
That probe was not long for this world anyway.
No, certainly
hatchery
wasn't.
Is coming up.
So yeah, Machine's first hatchery, but he's only got 4 Zerglings coming out. Looks like
Zerglings will try to test the front just to see.
But HuK's in a good position
whether it's 2 gate or gate Cyber. He will see gate Cyber.
Steve, let's get some questions from the chat, please.
Yeah, some general StarCraft 2 knowledge. Jasta wants to know, is there a set of strategies that most players are universally do, or do they tend to vary from player to player? Is there like a Ken flow chart?
Different players definitely have different styles, but
that's kind of the whole point of what you're saying is that predictability is that you don't want to foster too predictable, too regular a strategy.
Definitely not, but also
you favor things, so you practice one strategy more than others.
Yeah.
There are counters that are standard, like if someone's going Mass Immortals, there is a counter for it, and you will. That in some sense is predictable because it's your best advantage to go against it.
Yeah.
But what you do is actually very, very random.
HuK really trying to prevent a repeat of the last game. Machine getting his first expansion up here and moving a spine crawler down that he built in his original base and then walked down.
Spine crawler
takes a while because they're slow off the creep.
They're slow to move and
slow to walk,
and slow to root themselves. Yeah. So, but he's got it in place there. So already got looks like a second spine crawler going up.
Oh, it would be so good for HuK to get
playing a lot more aggressively this time. About to shut down that first spine crawler almost.
He
just
can easily kite. I mean, these Zerglings at speed, easily kited by the Stalkers, but these Queens do a lot of damage. Very expensive. If you lose a Queen low, it hurts you because of that. You got to spit into the hatchery.
Yeah, the Queen, lost Queen is not just lost resources; it's also lost production potential. And it looks like he has got an eye to take that Queen out for sure.
300 APM.
HuK getting his first expansion up. That puts these guys on equal economic footing, but.
Moving that spine.
That really puts Protoss ahead to have 2 bases up.
Positioning of the spine, very important. Also, because it depends on where your creep is.
Okay.
You want to really have the range hit the edge of the creep.
Right.
Because once it hits them, you can also get your units help surround.
Are you getting the sense that HuK has learned a bit about Machine's methods from that first round? Based on how he's being a little more aggressive this time around?
I'm sure, yeah. He wants to prevent a replay of what happened before with Zerg just out macroing him, essentially.
Zerg only getting his second gas now. HuK going heavy on gas. 4 gas, 3 gate right now. Expect his next move will be the big one. Again, going heavy gateway.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised not.
Push possibly?
Possibly, yeah. I mean,
it makes sense on this map.
Yeah, you know, honestly, he can get units. It looks like we got some movement going on in the middle of the map here. HuK moving out with a pretty strong mix of units. Maybe you'd like to see a few more zealots to kind of take the brunt of the attack in the front, but this is a scary army for Zerg to be facing right now.
Spines are going to do some damage. Oh, shields are up.
Blocking those Zerg blades.
Yeah, blocking
not
the
coming
Queen's
through.
going to go down.
Oh,
First
Queen
spine
goes down,
crawler
and the
go
spine
down.
crawler will also go down. That is big. These drones,
yeah.
these drones out. And the Queen blocked too. That is perfect. Look at that. If he blocks it, these units being spawned up here can't come down, and these units were actually making drones because he wanted the drone up fast, and so that really hurt Machine. Oh, HuK is in a very good position right now. Use some economic damage. If he puts another block right here, he's got to be sending more units. More
stalkers.
Units. He does not have a proxy pylon, so these units have to walk all the way over. Does send these units back. It's such a short distance. Look at this. This is crazy.
Wow. Not much ground to cover, yeah. Got roaches coming out now. Roaches with the range upgrade from the last patch are definitely more potent than they used to be. But with such a heavy Stalker and Sentry army, I don't know that they're going to be much use. That's a lot of sentries.
So many sentries. That is why you got the gas. These sentries are so important. I mean, just walling off.
What's he going to do with those sentries?
Wall off. Force field and guardian.
Yeah.
Oh, it's moving toward the expansion now.
Yep, Machine looking to get a third base as soon as possible. Try to get back ahead on the economic front.
This would be a great time to go harass.
PC Search and Pete Nice.
Let's look at that army count.
Didn't even have time to get those rocks down, much less get in there and expand.
92 to 86.
HuK moving in with
these perfect placements.
disgusting number of sentries. Absolutely.
Wow. Just allowing just completely just control the battlefield here.
Pretty much, yeah.
Here.
He didn't quite get the placement of the force fields to prevent the spine crawler from reaching him, but he still did a good amount of damage there.
And what this also does is it forces Machine to commit to making more units. That's not just making minerals, it's also time spent that he could make drones.
Oh yeah.
So on the second base, he's really not as effective.
What does Machine have going on up here in his main? I would not expect to see a Spire right now.
I do see a Spire.
Oh, he does have a Spire.
Done.
Wow, okay, so he's
done.
got the economy, yeah, to support Mutalisks.
HuK also going for his expansion.
Here comes the
Immortal
Immortal.
is going to crush those roaches.
Yep.
Just do so much against armored units.
Oh.
If you click it, you see they are armored.
Man, that is a ton of roaches, but I don't know if the Machine wants to engage off the creep here.
No, he could be walled off. And
yeah,
then
those units will be divided and conquered very quickly with the composition that HuK has.
Units running back.
HuK getting an observer out so he can see what's going on in the middle of the map.
So as a dude who knows nothing about StarCraft 2, I would think that a small map would favor the Zerg. Seems like it favors the Protoss here.
It can go either way, really, I guess.
Small map.
It favors the better player, Will.
You're right in that it favors, doesn't favor the Zerg as much because they don't have as much room to run. If there were more paths going up to the space, then they could split up his force and do a surround easier. But because really the choke points are pretty small and pretty close together.
Well, it minimizes the benefit of speed that the Zerg have when they upgrade.
Another Immortal coming out. How many Immortals are we talking about here now?
2 Immortals. That's a good number.
Yeah.
They are kind of expensive. You guys get this +1.
One Immortal will do in several roaches, though.
Does have the observer.
Before it falls.
Might see a battle come through here. Machine has moved these spine crawlers up to the front. 3 spine crawlers up this ramp. Height is also a big thing in StarCraft 2. Oh,
Here come the mutas. Here come the mutas.
This is perfect because that's why he went for the sentries. Not only were they good for blocking off the ground units, they will be excellent for taking out the mutas.
Sentries do massive damage to mutas, but mutas moving in here too.
And there are, even though he has a forge, he's no photon cannons. These drones are going to go down. Plenty of units going down. Drones just are probes.
HuK pulling his army back. Oh, massive roach engagement going on here. But HuK has a good flank going on here, surrounding those roaches on both sides. Those roaches are just getting destroyed here.
It's an army trade for an economic trade. I think HuK gets better under the bargain.
Well, absolutely. I think HuK came out ahead here. I don't know that he lost that many probes off that Expo.
And he's going to go definitely for the attack right now. Machine has no roaches. All the roaches went for the attack.
2 roaches.
HuK has a warp prism moving in around the top. If you go up there, that warp prism can turn into a mobile pylon and warp units right into Machine's
warp
base.
some zealots just to kill some drones.
Will, you look like you're doing really hard math problems right now.
I've never seen anything like this before in my life.
I'm sure the same look is on my face. I'm watching and just trying to keep up. It's
I understand StarCraft. I totally get the appeal of this now.
And the positioning is great because you don't want to put these.
I mean, this is
force
awesome.
fields
Yeah,
right next to each other, because if you don't create that funnel, the Zerg will just close off and you have to get closer. If you create the funnel, the units on attack ground will go through the funnel and you'll just pick them off easily.
So what's going on with this Warp Prism up in... Oh, these mutas are probably going to go down here.
Here they go. Warp Prism warping in. Dark Templar! Oh my goodness.
We missed the Dark Shrine. And
and there's no
detection. This has got to be GG for Machine.
Oh my god. That was 2-pronged attack.
Oh my goodness, this is expert play here.
I was just saying, it's impressive to be able to manage 2 attacks like that at the same time.
That's what defines a pro player.
And also build up a third base.
HuK got a third base going. He teched up the Dark Templars. He continued to macro his army out, and he attacked on 2 fronts. I mean, that's what defines a pro player.
And these drones are also dead.
Machine not giving up yet, but those invisible Dark Templar are absolutely ravaging his main.
Can't fight what you can't see,
can you, Brad? He has no way to attack those units without detection up there.
I feel kind of like Justin Bateman in
could go for best
dodgeball
right now. Do you think he's going to fall back and make it last?
Maybe Machine's got some contingency plan here, but his Spire is going to go down here in a second. He has lost most of his economy.
Oh boy.
Expensive and it's time consuming to rebuild. It's going for
it's like he made one last push down here. HuK with more DTs down here. This is man.
Finally, you have the Overseer, can spot them.
I think we have ourselves best of 3 here, gentlemen.
Hot damn!
Yeah.
I like a good fight.
Massive comeback for HuK.
These Immortals will absolutely crush
the
these
Spike
Crawlers.
the Immortals will help.
And watch the placement here of the Force Fields. Does not push forward. Oh, he could. I think he would have pretty much taken it.
HuK playing it kind of safe here. I mean, he's, this is it for him. Is win this game or call the series.
What's the army count?
Yeah, what are we looking at
Does
here?
Machine have
86,
a large...
71, 88.
Not a huge split, but...
Just look at the money.
Yeah, the income. The income is just hugely... the huge disparity.
And look at the units. I mean, you do have 14 Roaches and 1 Mutalisk. But here on the side, 10 Stalkers, Immortal, 2 Immortals, Dark Templar, 5 Sentries. It's overwhelming. I mean, Machine's not out of it.
No, but I'm a little surprised that HuK hasn't pushed in harder.
Switching over to Hydralist Tech. Hydras will cut this force down pretty effectively.
It's true, yeah. Hydras have a lot of range on them.
I mean, what do you think HuK thinks that he has another force in reserve someplace?
Nope.
Just playing conservatively.
Players don't really, even when you go to mid to high level play, you never really split up your forces because there's no point. Why attack with 50 units when you can attack with 100 units if the enemy has 100 units? If you're going to lose at 50 initially, you're going to lose the other 50.
Another Dark Templar over here ravaging this new expansion for Machine at the 3 o'clock if you jump over there.
And it's taken out by the Overseer.
Okay, so he's got Overseers out. That'll give Zerg the detection he needs to spot those Dark Templar. But Pylon going up in the expansion.
Can you see that? Oh, cannot see it.
Machine not aware of that. That's going to allow reinforcements to pop straight onto that plateau there.
And also more DTs.
More DTs over here.
DT harass is relentless.
Even if he doesn't take a lot of drones down here, he's going to distract him off of the minerals there while HuK moves in from the south to decimate this expo.
Look at that.
More those force fields pushing those Hydralisks out of range. So
look at those. Oh my goodness.
They're doing next to nothing up there but having a little dance party. While HuK does his work down here, about to take that hatchery down.
I don't know about you, Ryan, but there's nothing I love more than a Hydralisk dance party.
That's that hatchery is done.
So expensive.
I just like to make sure I have lots of Purell for
one
afterwards.
base pretty much. If that Dark Templar keeps doing harass.
Throw
Use protection.
That's
already
right.
done. Mined out. He's on 3 base.
Yeah, this is
minerals, units. I mean, the unit count actually isn't bad.
It's not.
Because Zerg can just mass up so quickly.
Yeah, Machine's still mustering a pretty good army here. And you're right, Zerg can replenish lost units in seconds, but I have to feel like
it's more an issue of the economy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He just Machine just doesn't have the economy to continue producing these units. But yep,
a ton of Hydras,
bunch of Hydras, and some Roaches coming in.
2 Robo. Oh, this is going to catch HuK a little off guard. Yeah. He's got to send his units up. He might have to change
looking to take out a bunch of probes here. That'll certainly hamper HuK's economy a little bit.
Close the economy gap?
But I don't think it's enough. I mean, this army that HuK has here is probably going to be able to deal with this force fairly well. I don't think there's any way he's going to lose this expansion.
Yeah, especially with Dark Templars and no overseers over
Yeah,
there.
still no detection for these Dark Templars. Those things, Dark Templars absolutely just destroys
This Nexus unmolested. These units coming up.
Another engagement. There's
Oh,
the GG.
there
it is.
Sheen gave
Well
it a valiant
done.
effort, but he just could not come back. Yeah,
Good match on
good
both
game,
paths
impressive.
there.
Yeah. Fantastic match.